Good morning. Try it again. Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Good morning, Moore County. Little gray, little wet. Much like the Democrats' outlook on life. Don't get depressed. I don't know. What do you do on a really nasty day like this? Can't get outside. Can't take the kids out. Dog doesn't even want to go out. I guess you'll have to clean up around the house and sweep out all that dust and maybe do a little late spring cleaning, early fall cleaning, or whatever they call it. But you want to avoid those Democrats because they're out there just enjoying a day like today. You know, they're all wet anyway.
Yeah, my dog got his business done, and he was quick to come back in.
Yeah, ran right back to the door, I'm sure.
Don't forget, we are being heard and seen around the world on the live video stream. That's available to you right now at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. Top middle of the home page is where the video link is. If you go to the upper right-hand corner of every page, you can get our broadcast signal, audio by itself. Just click on that icon that says on the air, listen live. Click it once, you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. Well, we're going to pretty much get a close bullseye from this Ian, but don't let that scare you. Winds will be down to about 12 to 15 miles an hour when that happens. So it's not really a wind event, as it is going to be a rain event. Cloudy with heavy rain, scattered thunderstorms, high around 63 today. New precipitation of 3 inches possible. For tonight, windy with rain showers. Most of it will come to an end around 8 p.m. Look for a low of 58. New precipitation tonight, 1 1/2 to 2 inches possible. And then tomorrow, just a few scattered showers. No mention of thunderstorm. Well, there's one on tonight, but other than that, tomorrow no mention of thunderstorms. High of 72, and then partly cloudy tomorrow night. Low of 59, and Sunday partly cloudy, maybe some scattered showers. High of 59. Let's see. Right now around the Sandhills. Humidity is at 99%, dew point 54, winds north-northeast at 1, pressure is 3027, and solar radiation at 0. Now that pressure, if it drops like crazy, that would mean the storm's intensifying. Well, it's not, and it may go down to 2997, which is still 30. You want to hang around 30 is the ideal place to be. Let's see. Right now we have rain, 55 degrees here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. The main thing to do is not panic. Don't head to the grocery store and have a buyout attempt to clean out the shelves at the grocery store, because guess what? It's not going to close the whole time. It'll be there for you. So if you need something, you can get it. I would take it easy on the roads, because there might be some hydroplaning if we start getting heavy rains. But that would be the extent of it. You ought to make sure you're wearing a coat or carry one with you, because should something happen, it's pretty chilly out there, and you might as well have something to wrap up in. All right, let's start out like we normally do with the best of the late night unit boys last night, and see if all those expensive drivers have done their job and possibly made things halfway funny. We shall see. Here we go.
In a new interview, Tom Hanks said that he made a ton of movies, but added that he thinks, quote, 4 of them are pretty good. And then Vin Diesel said, I've also made a ton of movies.
Yankees superstar Aaron Judge hit his 61st home run of the season, tying Roger Maris's American League record. Yeah, of course, a lot of people went from the game hoping to catch the home run ball. It was worth $250,000 if you caught the ball. And one guy came pretty close. The guy who almost caught the ball was a Toronto Blue Jays fan named, and this is real, Frankie Lasagna. Frankie Lasagna sounds like a name you get from the Olive Garden Witness Protection Program.
Queen Elizabeth's death certificate was released and said that she died of old age, a condition she battled for nearly 30 years.
Canned laughter.
Well, I mean, they have to because nobody would laugh at any of that anyway.
Yeah.
But Aaron Judge, yeah, I had a little conversation with someone. Aaron Judge hit 61, Roger Maris 61, Babe Ruth 60, etc. And then you had, you have the 700 Club, which is a separate issue. But yeah, just to keep things in a little bit of perspective, Babe Ruth played. When he retired in 1934, I think it was 33, 34. Babe Ruth did not play under the lights. They played during the day, and if it was a cloudy day or a little bit of a drizzly day or whatever, they were out there playing. They didn't play on a real great fields like they're maintained today, etc.
With the special kind of clay.
Yeah, they didn't have, the baseballs, of course, were different. They aren't as consistently manufactured like they were or like they are today, etc. So, then you can talk about the level of competition that Judge faces as opposed to Babe Ruth. And, there's a whole discussion, sub-discussion on, playing back in the teens, in the 20s and 30s, as opposed to playing today, et cetera, et cetera. But the bottom line is hitting 61 home runs against today's competition, despite the consistencies, all the differences in the eras of baseball. I mean, that's a phenomenal feat. And again, I haven't seen anything as much of a whisper regarding any kind of performance-enhancing materials, drugs, or whatever with Aaron Judge, etc. Here's another thing. Consider Babe Ruth. I mean, he was a party-hardy guy. He was probably probably coming down off of a couple of bottles of booze and dozens of hot dogs and nutrition and all those kind of things. So there's a lot to compare and contrast with today and the 30s, 20s, and 30s playing baseball. But phenomenal feat, 61, going for 62 here the next day or two, and I hope he hits it. I hope he gets it.
Yeah, today they have different baseball bats and all that.
All of the things, the height of the pitcher's mound changed. Just lots of things to really compare and contrast between baseball then and baseball now. Like I said, if even when they're playing a day game, they turn those lights on if there's overcast and a little.
Fill out the shadow.
And every pitch, every time you hit the ball, it's a brand new ball. Babe Ruth, he didn't get a brand new ball to look at every time that pill was coming at him. The pitchers throw faster today than they did back. All those things, all kinds of things to compare and contrast. But phenomenal feat. Doesn't matter whether it's 1927? I can't remember what year he hit 60, Babe Ruth. But a phenomenal feat. It doesn't matter what year. So yeah, I have to see if I can find that. I watched that game.
Well, Judge has what, 4 more games left to break the all-time record?
Yeah, I think he's got a couple more days to do it.
Playing in Baltimore tonight.
Yeah.
Well, playing against Baltimore.
Right.
All right, well, today is the last day of September. Perfect for my alarm clock that's only good once a year. It's Green Day today. and it's Green Day, obviously, on September 30th. Here's my Green Day September 30th alarm clock for you.
Wake me up when September ends.
It's over.
What?
It's over. It is over.
Is that it?
That's it.
There you go. I wasn't that impressed either, so. Let me give you some good news. You know, sometimes in tragedy, something good pops its head up and someone takes advantage of it in a good way. A video is going viral of a man saving a cat that was outside in the middle of Hurricane Ian. Here is the moment that Mike Ross went outside to grab the cat off the top of an air conditioner and bring it inside. Here we go.
Look at the poor kitty! Seeking shelter on top of the air conditioner. Look at Michael saving the kitty. Aww.
Put him in the garage.
Wonder what they'll name the cat. Ian?
Maybe.
Let's see. Well, as a public service, we allow one of our listeners from the rural area to do his quick call-in show. Okay, guys, roll the Vernon theme.
Learning with Vernon, get smarter every day. Learning with Vernon, you're sure to get an A. If you got a question and Google just won't do, you just ask Vernon, you'll have an answer soon.
You got personal questions? I got non-professional answers. Go ahead, caller.
Oh, hey, Vernon. My wife gets quiet sometimes. How can I tell if something's wrong?
A quiet wife, huh? Well, fella, you don't know how good you got it. Nothing wrong with her at all. She's a keeper.
Thanks, Vernon.
It's what I do. See you next time.
Learning with Vernon, you'll have an answer soon.
Well, the Colonel liked that one.
No comment. I don't know who's listening.
Well, as a public service, we allow one of our... Well, we just did that, Stevie. Someone fed the lyrics to Imagine to an AI, artificial intelligence, and it came up with new verses. Imagine the absence of more mundane things like plumbers.
And now, if artificial intelligence wrote more lyrics to John Lennon's Imagine.
Imagine there's no plumbers. It isn't hard to do. No one to come and save us. When our pipes all burst, imagine all the people drowning in their own filth.
That was if artificial intelligence wrote more lyrics to John Lennon's Imagine.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we've had that discussion a couple of times. You know, you want to, Biden wants to dump all over the middle class and all those people that work for a living and, you know, coal miners and welders and pipe fitters and all those kind of things. Well, yeah, you know, that's right. Imagine you walk over to that sink and you turn that spigot and nothing comes out.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
And it always happens on a weekend when the prices go up.
Oh, yeah, I remember, I think it was high school. Like I said, my father started as a plumber and, you know, went on to other things. But, yeah, you know, Christmas morning, 7:30, you know, I'm sitting there and the phone rings and, you know, it's a lady down the street. She's got no water and the family's coming and she's trying to get the dinner going and, you know, who she calls? She calls my father. You know, I'm the tool guy. You know,
of course.
I hold the box, but you know, and we go down there and you know, took about 20 minutes, got her some water going, and all that kind of thing.
And she was happy too.
Oh, yeah. I won't even go into that aspect of it. You know,
all of a sudden you were invited to Christmas dinner.
Well, Dad was, not me. But yeah, I just, like I said, I just carried the toolbox. But yeah, you know, that's the kind of thing. You know, when you have an emergency and you don't know what you're doing or don't know how to do it, you know, hey,
yeah.
There you go.
Well, I I know one. Like I've said it many times. I went through Hurricane Fran. We had property down there at the beach, Emerald Isle, which took a direct hit, and I had property in Wake County, which took a direct hit. So I had a lot of fun on that one. And one of the things, especially down there at the beach, the neighbor next to me, his house was completely imploded, while mine was left okay. You know, the downburst of wind, which is different in different places, but it would smash one and leave three more in the line. It was crazy, and it was bad. And of course, the dock, which only costs about $50,000 to put out there in the water, it gets tossed up like toothpicks back on the lawn, and all of a sudden you have no dock. Most of it floats away, so you got to buy all the material again. But the real frustration down there of all this was getting people to come do work. You call up and you say, can you go by and look at the plumbing pipes underneath, because they may have been pumped loose by the water. Yeah, I'll get there Monday. And of course, you're still waiting to this day. You couldn't get workers to do anything because somebody else already had them tied up. And they could get primo rates anywhere. The thing I did was I got a couple of guys, one of the crews that I knew, to go down there, gave them a free weekend at the beach. All I had to do was fix the thing. And I gave them the parts to carry down there and fix it, and which was the underpinning. And they had a good time, and my trailer got fixed. So it was a good experience. We were right there on the sound, so, and it was just a mess down there. The other frustrating thing is, you want to get in to see how much damage there is on your property, and salvage what you can of heirlooms and the like, but the police won't let you in. They got the bridge blocked off. Well, you can't go in until we feel like everything. Meantime, you got Joe Doe, the house looter, up there just picking up what he wants because nobody's there to stop him.
Yeah, it happens. Hopefully the cops are in there, keeping an eye on that kind of thing. I mean, I had the conversation, well, looters, they should be shooting looters and this and that and the other thing. And here's the problem with that. It's not well known, and you got to really search, for the articles and the reports, et cetera. But after the earthquake in San Francisco, that's exactly what they did. They were shooting looters, and guess who?
Stopped the looting, didn't it?
Oh yeah, you know who it stopped? It stopped the homeowners who were out there trying to collect the things, just like you're talking about. They shot more homeowners and people that were trying to clean up their own mess than they did looters.
Yeah. Well, the only time it would be okay to loot something would be if you're down there and you're stuck on the island, say, next door neighbor's house crushed, but he did have water in the refrigerator and you don't have anything to drink. In that case, I'd say, well, he's not here. He doesn't need to drink it right now. I got to have it. And then I'd probably take some water.
Yeah, and then he pulls up in his car.
I'll give it back to him when he gets there.
Well, is that before or after he shoots you for looting the water out of out of his refrigerator?
I would probably call him and tell him.
Mm-hmm. Right. Call him on that cell phone that works so well with the tower down.
Well, the tower was up down there, but those towers are made pretty tough. But that doesn't mean they can't go down, because there was a station in Wendell that had 4-tower array because they had to have a certain pattern on their signal. But they had a strong signal, went all the way to the coast, but it didn't go 10 blocks in the other direction. But yeah, they had 3 of their 4 towers come collapsing down. That made your day. Because those are expensive. All right, moving on. Somebody fed the lyrics to Imagine to AI and came up with this new verse. Imagine the absence of more mundane things like strawberries.
And now, if artificial intelligence wrote more lyrics to John Lennon's Imagine.
Imagine there's no strawberries. It's not difficult to see. No blueberries or raspberries, or any other kind of berry. Imagine all the people eating only kale.
That was if artificial intelligence wrote more lyrics to John Lennon's Imagine.
Okay. And today's show is also brought to you by America's post-pandemic return to the movies. Doesn't it feel good to dump your trash on the floor again?
Today's show is brought to you by America's post-pandemic return to the movies. Doesn't it feel good to dump your trash on the floor again?
I think I just said that. Well, we've covered headline news, but of course, what about the not headline news?
This is not headline news. Paramount suspended production of the new Star Trek movie. Now Star Trek fans are as disappointed as their parents. Lori Loughlin will star in a romantic comedy. It's about a wedding that goes awry called Here Comes the Bribe. Sorry, that's Bride. Netflix released images from the new season of Emily in Paris. If you already knew this, you're really white. And McDonald's is rolling out adult Happy Meals. Yes, there will be a grown-up toy and a packet of lube. This is not headline news.
Oh, man, are you kidding me?
All right. Let's see. A couple of storm chasers are going viral after posting an extreme destruction done by Hurricane Ian as it ripped through Florida. Here is just a small segment of them reacting to houses getting ripped apart by Ian.
Oh, man. Oh, a lot of insulation flying by. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Oh, my gosh!
It seemed like if you got all that debris, you're going to be putting something in your tire to make it go flat eventually.
Well, I guess they serve a purpose. I don't know, man, but I wouldn't be riding around out there in any of this mess. So, man.
One of them's got a storm chasing vehicle that is armored so heavily it will protect you, I guess, against most encounters of something. But a falling piece of concrete, heavy, crush your car. Who knows? All right. That wasn't any good. Well, we're running out of the good stuff. All right, some things we need to know today so we don't sound stupid. Queen Elizabeth II died of old age, death certificate shows. She was 96.
Okay, I mean,
as good a reason as any.
Well, I'm not sure that was really a valid reason to put on a death certificate, but it is Britain, so there's no telling.
Bill Plant, CBS News correspondent for 50 years, died this week at the age of 84. Lisa Kudrow is set to star in Apple's Time Bandit series adaptation. That just killed the credibility of that series.
Time Bandit? I never heard of it. That's who wrote that? Or
Lisa Kudrow is set to star in it. Apple is the one putting up the bunts.
Oh, well, if it's in that anyway. So
CMT has announced that Alan Jackson will be honored with the Artist of a Lifetime Award at the 2022 CMT Artist of the Year, premiering Friday, October 14th on CMT. Country Music Television. Yeah, these music television stations, thing is, they don't ever run any music. Used to be MTV when it first came out, ran video music. That's the first thing stars would do with a song is create a video. And that's what MTV would show along with the song. Now, what do they show? Oh, 16 and pregnant.
Yeah, it's all social engineering there. So.
My two baby daddies. All that crap. The husband of MAGA Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has filed for divorce after 27 years of marriage. In 2012, she had filed for divorce following affairs with sex guru Craig Ivey and fitness gym manager Justin Tway, but they were able to reconcile.
Oh, all right. Well,
you little devil, you.
Yeah, they obviously are already having some marital problems, and being in D.C. and getting involved in all that garbage up there certainly would be a stress. So,
and a Tyrannosaurus Rex fossil will go to auction at Christie's in Hong Kong in November, where it's expected to sell for as much as $25 million. Come on down. Yeah, this way you can have your very own dinosaur fossil in your living room.
Yeah, great. They'll sell it to a museum or something. Where was it from? I know they're selling it in Hong Kong or whatever, but did it say where they dug it up? Australia,
no, that's
American
all
West. Yeah, okay.
All right, it is coming up on 8 o'clock. All your latest news, sports, and weather, and the latest on Ian is straight ahead, and we'll be back on the backside of the news.
We're tracking a very messy day today, so make sure to pack the rain gear. We're going to see temperatures only in the upper 60s with showers and storms likely throughout most of our Friday. Also going to be windy with wind gusts up to about 50 miles an hour. Into tonight, we still see scattered showers and storms, potentially a little bit less coverage, though, with windy conditions still continuing into tomorrow morning. We see overnight lows fall into the low 60s and then just a few spotty showers into our Saturday. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Hurricane Ian is on the verge of a second landfall. The weakened but still dangerous storm is bearing down on coastal South Carolina. Ian expected to roar ashore around midday near Charleston. Up the coast in North Carolina and Virginia, they're also bracing themselves in this period of calm before the storm. And Florida struggling to get back on its feet following Ian's knockout punch. A mixed bag of news from Florida in the wake of the storm.
The bad news is local officials have recorded 17 deaths following Hurricane Ian. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says not all the deaths are storm-related. One was a heart attack, the other a suicide. He also said he disagreed with the president, who claimed the storm in Florida could be the deadliest in the state's history. The good news is 700 people have been rescued. DeSantis said some who refused to evacuate are doing fine. Tasha Stevens reporting.
The House to vote today on a bill approved by the Senate aimed at avoiding a government shutdown.
I see this really cute Coach bag, so I bought it. It's somebody else's bag. There's money. There's every single card of their lives. I'm covering all the information. Don't get me wrong, but we need to find her. Everybody, please find Ashley. Ashley, I have your Coach bag, and they sold it to me. I paid for your Coach bag, but I'm gonna give it back. Your lipstick, everything's in here. Your money, I'm not gonna take anything. But Ashley, if you're watching this, I will keep her safe. Why did they sell it to me?
Where did I put my glasses? See you, Mom. Oh, where are you headed? The mall with some friends. Oh, you know what? I need some things from the store, too, so maybe I'll just tag along. Or you can just text me. I'll grab whatever you need, okay? See ya. Or, yeah, okay, for sure. Yeah. Don't talk to anybody with a mustache. She'll come around one of these days, honey. Oh, what do you know, Christopher?
Prime Minister.
Thailand's latest constitution, drafted under the military government led by General Prayut after his coup in 2014, is explicit.
Whoa. Wow. Oh, man. Whoa. Whoa, man. Oh, man. Goodness gracious. Oh, a lot of insulation flying by.
Further over here, another house that just got torn to pieces.
Uh-oh. Oh, whoa. Man, whoa. Whoa, man, oh, man.
Goodness gracious.
Palm tree is about to be on us. There it goes. Just, whoa. Oh! Oh!
Whoa!
Oh!
Wow!
Oh, my gosh!
fiscally responsible with your tax dollars, and promoting good government by working together to benefit the citizens of Moore County. My name's Phil Vandercook, and I'm running for Moore County Commissioner.
Look for Vandercook on the ballot for the future of Moore County. Paid for by Veterans for More.
Hey, there are hundreds of restaurants in Moore County. Some are unique, but only one has Zaxby's sauce. Zaxby's on 15501 in Southern Pines. Zaxby's has the most chicken options in town, whether you want it hot or not. Zaxby's can do it all. Their vast menu has something for everyone, no matter if you're dining in or driving up to take it home. Zaxby's has the cure for your chicken craving. Located on 15501 in Southern Pines near Holiday Inn Express.
Want to add a little luxury to your kitchen and feel more like a chef? Right now, Monogram Appliances has a one for you, one for free rebate offer, where you can receive up to 3 free eligible Monogram appliances. There are lots of eligible models to choose from, so head on down to your local appliance experts at Keys Appliance Center in downtown Aberdeen. Visit with any Keys sales associate for complete rebate details and a list of eligible models. Keys Appliance Center, located at 104 East Main Street in downtown Aberdeen. Central Carolina Power Equipment in Sanford is your one-stop shop for Branson tractors. Built with cast iron axles, transmissions, and rear-end housings, Branson tractors are perfect for the farm or the yard while offering exceptional strength and quality for an outstanding value. Central Carolina Power Equipment prides itself with matching each customer's unique needs with the tractor or equipment that will serve them best. For more than 30 years, Central Carolina Power Equipment has offered sales, service, and parts for all your tractors and equipment needs. Stop by today and check out all the new Branson tractors from Central Carolina Power Equipment at 4127 Jefferson Davis Highway in Sanford and online at ccpenc.com or call 919-292-6464. That's 919-292-6464. Family owned for almost 70 years, Wilkinson Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac in Sanford is proud to serve the community they are a part of. Being involved with nearly 40 different local organizations, Wilkinson Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac wants to invite you to come see just how easy it is to purchase your next vehicle. So call them today at 919-775-3421 or visit them online at wilkinsoncars.com. We are professional grade.
Gibb and Jess here from Sandhills Trailer Sales, formerly Dobie Trailer. We sell trailers. We're located at 438 White Hill Road in Sanford off of US 1 and 15501, where we sell trailers. Whether you need an enclosed, gooseneck, ATV, or equipment trailer, we have them all. We are veteran-owned, so stop by and see us or call us today at 919-776-9624. Sandhills Trailer Sales for all your trailer needs.
And did I mention we sell trailers?
NCN News. I'm Mike Riley. A tropical storm warning is in effect for much of North Carolina. NCN meteorologist Anthony Baglione tells us
the system itself is pushing to the north-northeast at about 9, and so we're expecting a potential landfall between about Charleston and Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We are already seeing the impacts as far as rain and wind gusts are concerned here, though, across the state of North Carolina.
Governor Roy Cooper urged residents to prepare for lots of rain, high winds, and potential power outages.
North Carolinians, I want to be clear. This storm can still be dangerous and even deadly.
Hurricane Ian is expected to make landfall later today, just south of Charleston. CBS News meteorologist Craig Allen.
Ian has winds of 85 miles per hour with perhaps some stronger gusts, and a little bit more strengthening is possible before reaching the coastline during this afternoon.
DOT spokesman Matt Loeffler told WBT in Charlotte it's important that people not drive on roads with water over them during this storm.
Turn around, don't drown. Making sure you don't drive into water, because even if you think the road's there, it may not be there. If you can't see the road, don't even try it, because the road could be gone, the pipe could be gone, and then you can be swept downstream.
Over 5,000 line and tree workers from Duke Energy are prepared for Ian. Duke Energy spokesman Jeff Brooks.
Our Duke Energy Florida service area, but also our Carolina service area. And so it was a challenge for us. We want to be able to help our peers down in Florida, but we have to make sure we're serving our local communities first.
The damage in Florida after Hurricane Ian is widespread, as many of the beach communities along the state's Gulf Coast are disaster zones. CBS News' David Bigno is in Fort Myers, Florida.
From the air, we got a good sense of just how widespread the destruction was along the coast and inland. It was as if this hurricane just grabbed the earth and shook it, tossing things like toys in a bathtub.
You're listening to NCN News.
Did you know Atlantic hurricane season runs through November? From gathering necessary supplies to planning an evacuation route, now is the time to make sure you and your family are prepared. And if a storm damages our electric system, local public power providers are ready to respond and restore power quickly and safely. As a public power customer, you benefit from having an electricity provider that restores power faster than other providers do. Visit electricities.com for storm preparation tips and resources.
Did you know the world's largest natural habitat zoo is your North Carolina Zoo? Located just south of Asheboro, the North Carolina Zoo is home to 1,700 animals on over 500 shaded acres. Your visit also helps support the zoo's mission of protecting wildlife and wild places, not just in North Carolina, but all around the world. Open 7 days a week. Plan your next zoo adventure at nczoo.org. That's nczoo.org.
Hurricane Ian laid waste and cost lives over a large section of southwest Florida. It came ashore around Fort Myers, where CBS News' Chris Van Cleve is out seeing damage and hearing survival stories.
The destruction was just as overwhelming in Lee County, where many roads are impassable and entire neighborhoods sit underwater.
We're out 2 vehicles and the boat.
Patrick New and his wife live on this boat. It and hundreds others were tossed on shore by the storm. The couple rode out the worst of it in a nearby hotel.
So it was rushing in fast. And by the time we ran in our room and grabbed half of our stuff and went upstairs, it already was halfway up our door.
How fast did the water come?
It was quick. It was within 15 minutes we were getting upstairs with everything.
There is a tropical storm warning in effect for most of the state. WLOS meteorologist Ryan Coulter's in Asheville.
We're looking at rainfall numbers a little bit lower this morning than we were yesterday morning. That said, it is still going to be a big soaker for many locations.
The SBI is now investigating the sheriff of Columbus County, who was caught on audio tape talking about African-American employees. WECT obtained a copy of the call by Sheriff Jody Green. On the tape, Green can be heard talking to Jason Souls, the man who previously served as interim sheriff. There are changes afoot at a major airline.
Virgin Atlantic has updated its gender identity policies. Among the changes, flight crews can now wear uniforms matching their gender expression.
I get to be myself, a non-binary person.
This policy allows everyone to have a seat at the table. It's not about cancelling people. It's not about removing women or removing men.
Virgin is also offering branded pronoun badges for employees and travelers.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Make sure to pack the rain gear for our Friday. We're going to see temperatures in the upper 60s with showers and storms likely throughout most of today. Also going to be windy with wind gusts up to about 50 miles an hour. We see scattered showers and storms into tonight, so potentially a little bit more dry time, but still going to continue that chance for some rain. Temperatures in the low 60s, then isolated showers for us tomorrow, so we do see drier time for Saturday with highs in the upper 70s. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we have rain, 55 degrees, humidity 99%, dew point 54, winds northeast at 1, gusting to 2, pressure is 3026, and solar radiation at 7 watts per square meter. It is 8:14. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Friday morning. A 20-year-old man from Willow Springs, North Carolina, was placed at the Moore County Detention Center under a $50,000 secured bond issued by the Moore County magistrate after being arrested on charges of felony soliciting a child by computer, felonious restraint, felony second-degree kidnapping, and felony indecent liberties with the child. According to a statement, Ethan Finnerty was arrested on Friday. Finnerty was found in his car with 2 children at Bass Park by the Bass Police Department. Carthage Police Department assisted in the investigation. The minors were ages 12 and 14 from Bass. Investigators responded and determined that the adult male had met the 2 female juveniles through an online dating app. The adult subsequently picked the minors up near their residence and transported them to Bass Park in his vehicle without the knowledge of their parents. Job seekers sometimes need one-on-one help with finding jobs, filling out applications, building resumes, or other job-related tasks. To help those who need it, on Monday morning from 10 a.m. to noon, NC Works career advisor Timothy Ingram will be at the Southern Pines the Southern Pines Public Library to provide free employment assistance for members of the community. NC Works is an organization that provides job training, resume services, and helps match employers with prospective employees. They found the Southern Pines Public Library to be a natural fit when it comes to meeting people where they are. For information, you can visit sppl.net or call the library at 910-692-8235. The library is located at 170 West Connecticut Avenue in Southern Pines. The NC Work Center Career Center is located at 245 Shepherd Trail in Aberdeen. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sand Hill Sentinel. And, of course, you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It is 8:17. Sports is next, right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
Your morning sports report is brought to you by Hughes Supply of Pinehurst. With over 50 years' experience, Hughes Supply can handle all your plumbing project needs from start to finish. Call 910-295-5541 or visit them online at HughesSupplyPinehurst.com.
NCN Sports, I'm Nate Saunders. Joe Burrow threw for 2 touchdowns, and the Bengals beat the Dolphins 27-15 on Thursday Night Football, but that was overshadowed by an injury to Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel.
It looked like he had some stressors going on with the impact of the hit, and then once I got out to the field, I knew right away that this was at least a concussion.
Tagovailoa sustained neck and head injuries after being slammed to the ground. He was stretchered from the field. A New York Slugger aims to make history tonight. CBS's Monica Ricks reports.
And the 3-2. Drilled deep to left field. This could be it. See ya!
That was history in itself. Aaron Judge hitting an American League record-tying 61st home run Wednesday night. He gave that ball to his mom, by the way. The Toronto Blue Jays made sure to get it back to him after fans dropped it and it fell into their bullpen. Now Judge is set to go for 62 later tonight when New York takes on Baltimore at Yankee Stadium. If it happens, you can bet fans will be a little more prepared not to let that one slip by. Monica Ricks, CBS News, New York.
And the Marlins slow down the Brewers' charge toward postseason berth. Correspondent Chuck Freeman reports.
The Marlins have been making life difficult for contending teams this past week, using Avi Garcia's 8th-inning grand slam to beat the Brewers 4-2. The Brewers were sailing along, protecting a 2-0 lead before the former Brewer Garcia lifted his bases-loaded blast in the 8th inning off Freddie Peralta, who's normally a starter. Brewers manager Craig Counsell says Peralta needed to make a better pitch.
We just made a mistake with 2 strikes. Just got too much of the strike zone, essentially.
The loss prevented the Brewers from moving into the 3rd wild card spot. Chuck Freeman, Milwaukee.
I'm Nate Saunders, and you're listening to NCN Sports.
Did you know the world's largest natural habitat zoo is your North Carolina Zoo? Located just south of Asheboro, make this the fall you explore everything your North Carolina Zoo offers. Feed the giraffes at Acacia Station Giraffe Deck. Enjoy a farm-to-table southern meal at Billy D's. Or tour the 40-acre Watani Grasslands habitat aboard their open-air Zoofari vehicle. Open 7 days a week. Plan your next zoo adventure at nczoo.org. That's nczoo.org.
We as parents or grandparents or other people who work with our children should be getting their vaccines and getting their boosters if they haven't done that yet.
Those boosters really matter. As many people, especially older people, their immune system forgets a little bit faster, and so these boosters are good reminders to the immune system of who the enemy is, so you're ready for it if you run across that virus.
Stay up to date on your COVID-19 vaccine. Find out when you're due for your booster. Visit myspot.nc.gov.
Two-way phenom Shohei Ohtani pitched no-hit ball into the 8th inning and extended his hitting streak to 14 games as he led the Los Angeles Angels over the Oakland Athletics 4-2. In his final home start of the season, Ohtani issued a leadoff walk to Tony Kemp before retiring the next 22 batters in order. The PGA Tour is on the attack in its legal battle with Saudi-funded LIV Golf. The Tour responded to the amended antitrust lawsuit by LIV Golf. The Tour also filed a counterclaim seeking damages against the rival league. The Tour claims LIV Golf has used Saudi Arabian funds to lure top players and has misled them by claiming the tour could not enforce its regulations. The tour has suspended players who have signed with LIV Golf for not having releases to play competing events. Tonight, the New York Yankees host the Orioles. Aaron Judge goes for home run 62. I'm Nate Saunders, NCS Sports.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Remember to shop local businesses. A reminder from Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
With North Carolina families struggling, what's Liberal politician Sherry Beasley's plan? Higher taxes on almost everyone, even families making under $75,000. Worse, Sherry Beasley's going to knock on your door with an army of new IRS agents, 87,000 of them. Beasley backs the Liberals' scheme to send the IRS to collect their taxes on working families. The Wall Street Journal said Beasley's scheme spends, quote, $45.6 billion to audit the middle class, and, quote, the IRS is about to go beast mode. Sherry Beasley is just another tax and spend politician, backing the Liberals' extreme agenda. Higher taxes, coming down hard on the middle class, hurting North Carolina families. Liberal politician Sherry Beasley costs us too much. Senate Leadership Fund paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.senateleadershipfund.org.
Hi, this is Rodney Swarms with Plumbing Night. We know that plumbing emergencies can happen at any time. In fact, they seem to happen at the most inconvenient times. And then inviting an unknown plumber into your home, that can add to the stress of the situation. The Plumbing Night wants to alleviate any stress about inviting a technician into your home by guaranteeing that we have not only the very best plumbers, but also the most knowledgeable plumbers. Before any of our employees are hired, all of the employees must undergo drug testing and a thorough background check. If they don't pass, they aren't hired. No exceptions. Once they're hired and part of the team, they receive continuous technical and customer training to ensure that they are the very best at their trade. This training is week after week, month after month, year after year. This training is what got us into community college to teach the plumbing trade. So the next time you have an emergency, call the Plumbing Night. They're known for extraordinary service and integrity.
Call the Plumbing Night at 639-5555, day or night, or on the web at theplumbingnight.com.
This is Bob Bonville at Griswold Home Care of Pinehurst, and this is Linda.
It's so frustrating not to be able to pick up the phone and call somebody that can say, yes, we can help you. It's great to have Griswold Home Care to help you with the things you need. I'll pick up the phone and say, hey, I need help. And Griswold Home Care says, okay, what can I do for you?
Call me, Bob Bonville, at Griswold Home Care of Pinehurst, 910-420-2360. That's 910-420-2360. We've been keeping the heart at home since 1982.
I really don't know anything about insurance except that I need it. I wasn't even sure I had the best coverage for my money. Was I glad I found FCIG, First Casualty Insurance Group in Southern Pines. They did a search among about 36 different companies and found just what I needed. You know, if you haven't taken a look at your insurance in a while, maybe it's a good time to call FCIG, First Casualty Insurance Group, Southern Pines. 910-692-8303. 910-692-8303.
It's our inventory reduction sale. Hi, this is Katherine Phelps, new owner of your local Sears Hometown store, where creating relationships is our business. Save up to 40% off all scratch and dent, discontinued, and clearance appliances. Hurry in and help us clean out our distribution center while quantities last. See store for details. And remember, we price match any in-stock local competitor at your Sears Hometown store in the Town & Country Shopping Center, Aberdeen.
Now through the end of September, Carolina Air is running a special $49 tune-up of your heating or cooling system. That's correct, only $49. And what a deal that is. Just as you would get your car's oil changed, your home's heating system needs maintenance too. For only $49, get cleaner, healthier air, safer operation, and professional eyes on your unit before the cooler weather arrives. Give the experts at Carolina Air a call today or visit us online at carolinaair.com. That's carolinaair.com.
It's 6 a.m. and you're driving 2 hours to a 30-minute heart appointment. It's time for a wake-up call. UNC Health Southeastern is redefining heart care for Robeson County and beyond by bringing outstanding doctors and the most advanced technology to diagnose and treat heart conditions closer to home. Schedule a heart assessment by calling 910-671-6619.
UNC Health Southeastern. Here for you. Here for good.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands. Before you throw that money away, come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the Pool advantage.
Serving Moore County since 1960 and continuously owned since then by the Parker family, Aberdeen Exterminating's goal has not changed since that first day nearly 60 years ago: to provide prompt, courteous, dependable services at a fair price. Services include termite inspections and treatments, household pest control, flea and tick control, yard treatments, mosquito control, crawl space protection, new home pre-treats, real estate inspections, installing moisture barriers, bed bug treatments, and more. Pests are a part of life in the South, especially termites. That's something you can depend on, so choose a service company you can depend on. Call Aberdeen Exterminating for a free inspection. 944-2474. That's 944-2474.
Fast, fresh, and always great tasting. The Daily Combo Special from Honey Baked Ham for only $8.99. A terrific and tasty lunch sandwich from Honey Baked Ham, accompanied by a side and drink for only $8.99. Make it a Honey Baked Ham Day with their $8.99 combo.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
The Zumwalt Zone is proudly sponsored by Moore County Citizens for Freedom. Always looking out for you.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. A lady in Michigan was going door to door last week. She was trying to get people to vote for a pro-life proposal in that state. From the news report, it sounded like she might have gotten into a pretty heated argument with a couple that lived there. So, the husband shot her. He shot her in the back. Now, he said it was an accident and that he was fearful for his wife. The wounded lady drove herself to the hospital. The news reported that she's about 5 feet tall and that she's 84 years old. An accident? I can't think of any circumstance in which you would even have a rifle in your hand as a threat to an 84-year-old woman. That's how liberals operate. Pro-lifer comes to your house, is, in your opinion, obnoxious, so you get your gun out. Then you claim you accidentally shot her. This is an excellent example of why I keep preaching that we cannot vote for liberals, not ever. They're not like us. They're completely intolerant, violent. They don't want to hear any message except, how do I get free stuff? If you disagree, they'll do all they can to shut you down. Here, the flying monkeys report you to Facebook. They haven't shot anyone yet that I know of. Vote straight Republican this election. It's the only way we can survive as a nation. I know it sounds bad because it is bad. We've got to take our country back, from Congress and the President all the way down to our school board. This is serious business, and I really hope that all of you will get out and vote this next election. And in the meantime, I hope everyone has a wonderful day from the Zumwalt Zone.
We're tracking a very messy day today, so make sure to pack the rain gear. We're going to see temperatures only in the upper 60s with showers and storms likely throughout most of our Friday. Also going to be windy with wind gusts up to about 50 miles an hour. Into tonight, we still see scattered showers and storms, potentially a little bit less coverage, though, with windy conditions still continuing into tomorrow morning. We see overnight lows fall into the low 60s and then just a few spotty showers into our Saturday. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
What is in your mouth?
Why do you want to know?
You want to know why? You want to know why? Because
Today is National Chewing Gum Day.
Dude, you got any gum?
Got you some gum. We've got chewing gum.
You give me gum. I give you gum. The average person chews 300 pieces of gum a year.
It is National Chewing Gum Day today.
National Chewing Gum Day. It's showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sand Hills. It is time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Yeah, it's a little rainy out there, so you have to make that walk very quick. It's bad news, though, out there. If you see somebody wandering around looking up at the sky with their mouth open, it's probably a Democrat. Go help him out, close his mouth so he doesn't drown. But other than that, enjoy your day.
All right, got your marching orders, Marines. Let's get out there. Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's coming at you from our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com or weeb990.com. Top middle of the home page is where the video link's located. If you go to the upper right-hand corner of any of our web pages, you find another link that says On the Air, Listen Live. Click that once, and you're listening that quick to our broadcast signal. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area. This is just going to be a rain event. And a lot of the computer models are saying the center V and will be coming right across us. But don't let that scare you, because it's falling apart like crazy once it hits land. And the forecast is for wind to be about 12 miles an hour when it comes near us. So that's nothing to get seriously worried about. If it gets worse than that, we'll let you know. Anyway, for your weather today, look for windy with rain, showers, scattered thunderstorms, high of 63. New precipitation amounts up to 3 inches possible. Then tonight, windy, rain showers, chance of thunderstorms, low of 58. Chance of rain 90%. New precipitation amounts from 1 1/2 inch to 2 inches possible. So that's 5 inches on the max side. Could be 3 on the other side. Saturday, partly cloudy with rain showers, high of 72. Then for Sunday, partly cloudy, more scattered showers, high of 69. I think those showers will really taper off, seeing the angle that this thing's starting to come at us. So we'll keep you updated on that, but don't get too, it won't be a washout at the point on Saturday or Sunday or Monday. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are east at 1 mile per hour, gusting to 2. Pressure 30-26. Solar radiation 7 watts per square meter, 2.54, humidity 99%. It is rainy and 55 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. You know, back in, well, whenever, I know I refer back to Fran, but that's the one I got the best memory of. I was going home, and Fran was there, and I was trying to get home, and went around the corner, and there was an oak tree in the middle of the road where it had never been before. Got by that, and then just parked in a big field that had no trees around it so that the car wouldn't get hit. And I had to walk home the last half mile because there were trees all in the road. So I get started doing that, and the scary part was it was pitch black. I mean, black, pitch black. I had a light on me, but that only let you see about 2 feet in front of you. And all you could see were pine trees lined up in that road. And so I was walking and stepping over pine trees and trying to get home, but all the time, this is where it got really scary, was when you hear all this timber cracking and falling. And you don't know whether it's coming at you. So that part got put in the Lord's hand. He let me get through, and I finally got around the curve where I could get into a field that didn't have any trees and walk on home then. And all was well, except everybody had damage. Me included. A big old tree came down, tore out my backyard fence, and big old tree in the front yard came down, blocked my driveway. It was bad. I mean, everybody had damage on their property, whether it be a fallen tree or a crushed house. But that can be, that's probably the hardest part, is the destruction of your home. And that's what people in Florida are feeling right now. There's a ton of destruction down there. So we'll wish them the best and hope that they can get most of their belongings back. But some of it looks like a total lost cause. The only thing that's needed in there is a dozer or a bucket front end loader to get all that debris up and out of the road, because it's just everywhere. But what can you say? Quit it, phones. All right. Let's see. It's 8:39, 39 past the hour. You ever been caught in a hurricane?
Yeah, more than I care to mention.
What was the worst one?
Well, you were down there when the thing went over Emerald Isle. In about 10 days later, you had the one that went over Topsail. I was down there for both of those, and then 2 years later, another one. We had typhoons on Okinawa, and been through plenty of it.
Okay. Well, you've had fun too. All right, let me see here. Did we finish up all our sound bites? Did that. Okay, TikToker Sasha Narang accidentally bought someone's Coach bag at a large purse sale, and it ended up being another person's that was left behind. She was able to get on TikTok and find the real owner, Ashley Kwan, and gave the Coach bag back, including all her credit cards and driver's license and everything else that's really important to her. Here is Sasha on TikTok trying to find the real owner.
So I'm at the store, right, and I see this really cute Coach bag. So I bought it. It's somebody else's bag. There's money. There's every single card of their lives. Everybody please find Ashley. Have your Coach bag. And they sold it to me. I paid for your Coach bag, but I'm going to give it back. Your lipstick, everything's in here. Your money, I'm not going to take anything. Why did they sell it to me?
I don't know. Why did they? Looking for my... Golly. Can't ever find anything because everything's so written so small on the screen. And I don't know what setting to get it to be bigger so I could find it quicker. It would be nice. There it is. There's one of them I need, and should be right there. Open. This will be it's no good without the music. Where'd I put it, Colonel?
I have no clue. Once again, I'm looking at the back of the monitor here.
I just need the word SWAT. That's what I'm looking for. And, of course, they don't want to show it to me right now. Maybe I can find it in a minute. We shall see. All right, moving on. Let's see. I don't care about that. Let's move on to the print stuff. Well, I need that for stupid news. Here we go. All right, into the deep of it. 46% of Americans say they can't live without Wi-Fi. Humans can live more than a month without food, several days without water, and according to one survey, maybe a few hours without Wi-Fi. A poll asked people with essentials they absolutely needed, and 55% said medicine. I would say Ambien. 53% said electricity. 51% said gas and heating. 48% said their electronics, and 46% said Wi-Fi.
Well, all I got to say to that is you need to go do a tour with the military somewhere and spend some time in tent with no electricity, no water, no nothing, and see how you like it.
And no comms. It's unclear what the full list of options were or how the questions were posed, but even if it were one day, it's crazy that many people would say that Wi-Fi is one of the bare necessities that they wouldn't or couldn't live without. Just so you know. I don't know why you need the Wi-Fi if you got cell service.
What do you need cell service for?
You know, to get your whatever you want off the internet.
Well, are they misconstruing Wi-Fi with the internet? Because I think that's what they're doing.
Wi-Fi goes through your computer.
I understand what Wi-Fi is. I'm thinking they're confusing the two. And can you live without the internet? That's what they really want to know. Yeah, you can live without the Wi-Fi. I'll just hardwire everything. So what? Now unplug and take away that internet connectivity. And, I think that's what they're really saying is you can't live without that.
Perhaps.
Because otherwise, you just hardwire everything. Takes a little extra effort, but you'll get there.
Is that what I want? No. All right, random facts for today. Here are your 5 random facts. The Vietnam War was called, do you know what it was by the Vietnamese?
Oh, that was their war for independence or something. I can't remember.
Resistance War Against America.
Yeah.
Or as they would say it,
I'm not sure that's what it sounded like, but they were viewing us as the aggressors, etc.
Americans, get out. Fried chicken was introduced to America by immigrants from Scotland who settled in the South. Is that why we like it in the South?
I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of things that were introduced from other places in America. So
everybody likes fried chicken if it's cooked good. And, of course, watermelon. I like watermelon. What can I say? How many Secret Service members have ever been killed defending the president?
Jeez, I'm not sure that any have.
One did. Leslie Coffett took 3 bullets for President.
I have no clue. Reagan, I guess.
Truman. during an assassination attempt in 1950 and died 4 hours later. The smell of Crayola crayons comes from beef fat.
Oh, dear. Pete will be all over that.
And what is the only state that shares a border with just one other state? Every other state borders at least two other states, except Alaska and Hawaii,
Right.
which don't touch any other state.
Exactly. And what is it? Maine? I can't remember.
Bingo. It's not there.
All right.
Maine is the only one. All right. Back to this. Let's see. Bruce Willis. He sold his acting career to every B movie that came along. He would just stand in there and act cool, and that's about it. Because he's been in a ton of movies that just weren't worth a crap. Just because Bruce Willis retired from his after his aphasia diagnosis doesn't mean we've seen the last of him. Well, sort of. Last year, he sold his rights to his image to an artificial intelligence company called Deepcake. It's unclear if he did this after learning of his diagnosis or before. So basically, there's a digital twin of Bruce that can be used to make new film projects, but his estate does not get a final say in what's done with it. To make AI Bruce, Deepcake used content from Die Hard and The Fifth Element, so he looks how he did in those movies. At the time, Bruce said, quote, "I like the precision of my character. It's a great opportunity for me to go back in time. I could communicate, work, and participate in filming, even being on another continent." Well, it's amazing that AI can perform better than the real thing, huh?
Yeah, he's got nothing to do with it. They'll make his image do whatever they desire. I mean, there's already been some of that. I saw something, they were trying to, some company was trying to make a movie or make some film with Humphrey Bogart's likeness and Cary Grant or somebody and others. So this has been in the making for years. This is nothing new with Willis.
All right. If I were to say to you, what is the happiest spin you ever experienced? In other words, you bought something that really made you happy.
The happiest spin?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't think. There's too many things to think of.
Was it the Lamborghini or?
Yeah, there you go.
You don't know of anything?
No, I have no clue what you're driving at. Just go ahead and do it.
Spending money? Oh, I'm not trying to drive you anywhere. I just thought maybe you had a thing that you bought that made you the happiest. Spending money can be stressful, it can be therapy, it can be regretful, and it can be happy. A questionnaire asked people what their happiest spends were.
Oh, spend. All right, I can't understand what you're saying. I'm sitting here thinking spin. I'm hearing spin. So okay, go ahead, finish up. I don't know what the hell
people
you're
were asked
about.
what their happiest spends were, and 54% of Americans agree that buying loved ones something they've wanted for a long time is their happiest spend.
Yeah, okay. All right, fine. Yeah, probably something like that. Yeah, I can't think of a specific item, but yeah.
Other popular answers include your first car, a new pet, a travel experience, a new home, a delicious meal, paying off your loans, a wedding, and spending on a child's education. How about being debt-free? That's a good feeling.
Well, that's
if we ever achieve it.
I think you read that, paying off your debts. I think you said that.
It just said paying off a loan.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah.
All right, adults, it's a happy day for you at McDonald's. Remember when full-grown adults were acting all proud about their adulting? Well, looks like the trend has done a full 180. McDonald's is about to start selling adult Happy Meals. They'll hit the menu next Monday, and yes, you get a toy. There are two types, one with a Big Mac fries and a drink, and one with the 10-piece McNugget. The toys are weird, though, and maybe not something you'd actually want. They partner with some fashion brand called Cactus Plant Flea Market. You get one of the 4 figurines of the hamburger, Grimace, Birdie, and a weird new one named Cactus Buddy. They're like old-school McDonald's toys, but they have 4 eyes. Okay. They're making them as Happy Meals for adults, but basically called Cactus Plant Flea Market Meals Boxes, which is pretty lame. They'll hit participating locations on Monday and run through October. By the way, that might not be the only nostalgic trick up their sleeve next month. There's also a rumor they'll bring back those Halloween Happy Meal pails that look like a jack-o'-lantern. No official word yet, though. So I guess it gets double duty. One, you get your meal in the pail, and 2, you get to use it on Halloween.
Well, another reason not to go to McDonald's, I guess.
All right. Back button, see. Tomorrow is National Pumpkin Spice Day, so you should be celebrate by ordering pumpkin spice something, just like you've been doing every day for the past month now. Researchers from Montclair State University combed through nearly 20,000 Twitter and Instagram posts to find out that we actually love pumpkin spice as much as it seems like we do. They found that 55% of posts mentioning pumpkin spice or hashtag pumpkin spice were positive in nature. 37% were considered neutral, and only 8% were negative. They also found that pumpkin spice fever surged from 2011 to 2017 when it peaked. For the next 4 years, the hype was a little subdued, but it's a big deal again this year. So pumpkin spice is apparently as popular as ever. Just some news you could not live without.
Okay, I don't think I've ever had any pumpkin spice.
And what's the worst thing that could happen on a first date?
Oh, a proposal.
Well, this isn't the most embarrassing thing that can happen on a date, but it's right up there at the top. Have you ever gone to pay for a date and your card got declined?
No. Nope.
7% of people who are currently dating say it's happened to them on the first date before. That's around 1 in 14 people. And even more likely, if you're a millennial, 10% said it happens to them on the first date. The good news is the same poll found it's not usually a deal breaker. Most people who've had their card declined got a second date anyway. So if it happens to you this weekend, don't panic. You've still got a chance. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you go out and not know your card is either over the limit or whatever. I guess I'm a little more paranoid about that kind of thing or something. Carry cash.
Yeah. I swear, I know it's here and I can't see it. Saved my life.
You want me to tap the back of the monitor?
All I'm looking for things says SWAT theme, and I cannot find it. Saved my life. As soon as I go off the air, boom, it'll appear to me. But not now. No. 8:56, so let's see. That's just some nerd news in here. It's time for Nerd News, covering the most important news for your brain. Here's a quick rundown of this week's in science. We hit an asteroid with a satellite on Monday to see if we could change its orbit, and the whole thing was streamed live. NASA also released new photos of it yesterday, taken by Hubble and the Webb telescope.
Yeah, hopefully we didn't deflect that thing into our own orbit.
Well, they were only reflecting it in inches. I know on a long angle that can be a lot of feet.
Exactly.
In K9 News, it would be bad, like if you hit it and it broke in two and one of them came straight to Earth. And
well, that would be
dinosaur clearing event here.
Typical of a government operation.
Yeah, they were the ones when they were landing a satellite on an asteroid, and they had a room full of scientists all deciding where it would land. So they finally came to an agreement. They landed it. The only thing they didn't take into consideration was it was in the shade. So the solar cells couldn't recharge. They had to wait I don't know, a year before that part of the asteroid finally got into the sunlight and could charge its batteries again. Yep, you had to say that day. That is definitely a government job. All right, well, so it goes for this Friday. You have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, Monday, 7 to 9 for a titillating Monday. Until then, or a mundane Monday. Until then, be sure to support the advertisers you hear on WEEB because they're the core of our economic life. Supporting them supports our economy here. We don't have to go through a recession. We can do much better than that by supporting local. Because the money stays here, rolls over, and creates jobs. And if you want more customers in your place, be sure to call us about advertising because I guarantee you we can flat put them in there. All right, don't forget also that millions of Americans have fallen. They have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams and the Leader Man. And Nick and Colt the dog will see you at 2 o'clock this afternoon, I hope, at the dog park.
Why hadn't they made that public before? That's Karine Jean-Pierre. 10,000 million jobs have been created. You're welcome, world. You can thank us later. You know, the creation of 10,000 million jobs doesn't have